Hello, this is Chris, and I am back with a brand new reaction video. Today, I'm going to be giving my reaction to Thor Ragnarok official trailer 1. This trailer went up about an hour ago, and actually I'm surprised that Marvel have left it this late to release a trailer, but I guess at this stage, Thor is such a household name with all of the films that have come before in the Avengers that they can pretty much leave it till whenever to bring a trailer out. Thor is one of my favourite characters in the MCU, and I've been incredibly excited to see what they're going to do with this film. For anyone who doesn't know, Ragnarok is basically like the Judgment Day in Norse mythology, so you know that this is going to push Thor to his absolute limits. Maybe this will complete the Thor trilogy and then he's just going to be in Infinity War. Maybe he'll even die in Infinity War. We don't know at this stage. I actually did read the plot synopsis for this movie before jumping on a reaction, and I didn't realise that... I knew the Hulk was going to be in there, but I didn't quite realise how much the Planet Hulk storyline was going to filter into this story. I won't give away the plot synopsis in case someone does want to go in completely cold, but I'm looking forward to seeing more of the Hulk in this movie. I love the Hulk as well, and I really wish that he'd get another solo movie, but I think there's some kind of rights that are still attached to Paramount Pictures, so Marvel don't really want to put out another movie because I think they're going to have to go through that. It's a complicated case. I don't really know all the ins and outs of it myself, but I'm looking forward to more of the Hulk and Thor in the same movie together. If I give my thoughts on the previous Thor movies really quickly before I jump on my reaction, Thor 1 is one of my favourite films in the entire MCU. I love what Kenneth Branagh did with that film. The only aspects I don't like of that movie, and especially with Dark World, are the stuff on Earth with like Kat Dennings and even Natalie Portman as well. There was just no chemistry between her and Chris Hemsworth. In the first Thor movie though, everything on Asgard was incredible. Like, I wish I could have just got an entire movie on Asgard. I love the mythology that it builds. I love the visual look of everything. It was great. And then we get Thor the Dark World, which is awful. It's probably one of my least favourite movies in the MCU. There are some beautiful bits in that film, like Freya's funeral, where they put her on the boat and with the flaming arrow. That looked great. But, you know, Malekith the Accursed, you get Christopher Eccleston and you make him one of the most forgettable villains in the MCU. The stuff on Earth felt more like a Michael Bay movie in terms of how forced the comedy was. Really didn't care for that stuff. So I'm hoping this one pulls it back, and it looks like it might do from the pictures that I've seen released so far. So we're going to watch the trailer together now. I'm going to talk much more about it afterwards. But yeah, let's see what's going on in this trailer. So I'm going to click play now.
How did this happen?
Kate Blanchett.
Well, it's a long story.
Ooh. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm digging the gothic look for her. Sounds more like Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, nice. She looks exactly like the character.
Asgard is dead.
Wouldn't have thought of putting this song alongside to it, but I'm cool with it. Who doesn't like Zeppelin?
What have you brought today? Tell me.
A contender.
Hello, Jeff Goldblum.
It's main event time.
So it looks like Goldblum's going to be the leader of this gladiator pit. Who's it going to be? You all know. Love the helmet.
We know each other. He's a friend from work.
Oh, come on.
Oh, nice. Even the font looks like Guardians of the Galaxy. Look how retro that font looks. If anyone's played Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon with like the whole pink and blue neon, it looks exactly like that. I don't quite get why they went with that tone. But yeah, no, I can't wait for this movie. It looks great. As I said, it looks like the big action climax. It's bringing everyone back. Like, Loki's coming back. I think that Anthony Hopkins is coming back as well, which makes sense based on the ending of Thor the Dark World, which I won't give away in case someone hasn't seen it. But there was an end credit scene in Doctor Strange which may have put to rest all that interesting storyline that was being set up, so I really want to see how they're going to pay that off. People have been talking about the new look of Thor as well, how he's had his hair chopped, but it looks like they have purely done that for throwing him in the gladiator pit, which makes sense. As I said, I didn't realise that the whole Planet Hulk gladiator pit was going to filter that much into the plot. I thought the fact that the Hulk was going to be in armour and that was it, but the fact that they've actually got him in a fighting pit is really cool. And if you go back to like the original Avengers, and maybe they didn't have a plan for this movie at the time, maybe they didn't know they were going to do Planet Hulk mixed with this film, but you go back to like Avengers 1 and the fight between Thor and the Hulk, or the scene where, you know, the Hulk casually punches Thor through so many buildings, you could kind of look at that and say, you know, this feud has been set up since film 1 essentially with the Avengers. If that was part of the plan in the beginning, that's fair enough. It's nice how they've set that up, but if it wasn't, then that's just a happy coincidence and it looks pretty cool. Let's talk Cate Blanchett. So Hela, I think you pronounce it, I'm going to go with Hela. She looks great. Although she does kind of look like a mix between her character as Lady Galadriel from The Lord of the Rings when she goes all like Sauron and possessed, mixed with Rita Repulsa from the latest Power Rangers movie. The costume looks almost identical. I don't know if these went into production around the same time or if that's just a coincidence as well, but it does look very similar to that. I do like the look of her with all like the antlers and the horns. That's exactly like what the comic book character looks like. And I don't know much about the character herself. I really only know that she's a villain in the Thor universe and her actual appearance, and it looks like it's pretty much right off the page. Cate Blanchett's a fantastic actress as well, but we've seen this with Marvel before where their strongest suit has never been in their villains. They will cast someone great and they will always play a forgettable villain, or not enough screen time will be devoted to them, and I really hope that isn't the case with this one. You look at the previous villains that we've had before, like Malekith the Accursed with Christopher Eccleston, completely forgettable villain. Even Ultron to some extent was a very lackluster villain, which was a shame because he could have shaped up to have been one of the best in the MCU. There's been loads more examples as well. Mickey Rourke in Iron Man 2, for example, or Ben Kingsley in Iron Man 3. I know some people like that twist in Iron Man 3, but I really hope that Cate Blanchett does the character justice. I'm sure she will. I just hope that her role is substantial enough that we actually like her as a villain. There's a Jeff Goldblum in this movie. I don't know what character he's playing. I really don't. I don't know all the characters in Thor or the Thor history. Maybe he's a character from Planet Hulk, as is this announcer in the gladiator pit. He's Jeff Goldblum. He's always going to be Jeff Goldblum now. He has ceased to be a character actor in my eyes, and he's just sort of like a parody of himself now, especially with the likes of Independence Day Resurgence, where he was just laughably bad in that movie. What else can I talk about in this film? I mentioned the song as well. This seems to be a trope now with most modern movie trailers, and I think that, I know it didn't start it, but certainly made it popular, was Guardians of the Galaxy. And now, since that trailer, you've had a load of copycat trailers trying to capture what that trailer did. For Guardians of the Galaxy, it makes sense because the cassette tape plays a big role in the actual plot and the character of Star-Lord. And then you get like Suicide Squad. Apologies, DC fanboys, I know you hate me at this point, but the Suicide Squad trailers and even the film was trying to be like a Guardians of the Galaxy clone. We've had it in the latest Mummy trailer with Paint It Black, the Rolling Stones, and now we have it in Thor Ragnarok as well. I don't know if you needed this song in this trailer. I think you could have got away with some epic trailer music to make it seem like all hell on earth is happening. This could be the end of Thor, for example. We know it's not going to be. But the song did take away from some of the tension, I think. I do love the song, I can see why they did it, but even in terms of the font change, I remember when Marvel did their announcement ages ago where they showed all the logos of their movies that are coming out until, like, what was it, like 2020 or something, 2019, and it had a very much more somber looking font. And a font can say a lot of things. In some respects, you can tell the tone of a movie from the font itself, and now they've changed it to this retro looking thing, which I really don't understand why. As I said, it does look very Guardians of the Galaxy. But you know, this is what we get with Disney. If they find a winning formula, they're going to keep repeating that formula until eventually it stops working, and then they will change it up somewhat. But I'm looking forward to this movie. I don't really know what else I can say. Idris Elba's back, one of my favourite characters as Heimdall. Loki as well, he's probably the best villain that we've had in the MCU. Not counting the Netflix series or anything like that. If we're talking just the movies, he's probably the best. He's definitely the most well-known and most beloved with fans. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I can say on this one, but but I'm looking forward to it. So that'll do it for my reaction to Thor Ragnarok official trailer 1. Be sure to comment, subscribe, let me know what you thought of this trailer. Are you looking forward to it? What do you think of the previous Thor movies? And let me know what some of your favourite movies in the MCU are. Anything you like, please do drop me a comment. In terms of what's coming up on the channel, we'll have more movie reviews coming out this week. Quite a lot of reviews, actually. We've actually been sent an early screener for an upcoming independent horror movie. Me and Tate will be jumping on a review for that. Really looking forward to that one. Me and George will be jumping on a roundtable discussion of the Fast and Furious franchise, talking about Fast and Furious 1 all the way through to 7 in anticipation for Fast 8, or the Fast and the Furious 8, or Fate of the Furious, whatever you want to call it. We'll have a review out for that this upcoming weekend. Tomorrow we'll be going live for another episode of Battle of the Brackets, where we'll be arguing the best action scene of all time. So you can follow times for that on our Facebook and Twitter. We should have them up either tonight or very early tomorrow, so you can find links to those in the description down below. That'll do it for me for this video, and until the next one, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.